I'm sitting here with Janne Faulkner, founder of Nexus Design. I've got the pleasure to talk to her about her career over the years.
I was very, very lucky in that I had no formal training at all. I didn't go to any of the colleges, and one night I sat next to David Jenkin at a dinner party, and he said to me, "Whose work do you really like?" And I said, "Graham Gunn's doing a fantastic house in Essendon, and I think it's the best of this generation." And the next morning I was in a Balenciaga suit with white gloves, walking the Dachshund on a lead, and David Jenkin pulled up in his Mini Minor, which was very cool then, and he said, "Would you like to come and work with me?" And he was just starting Merchant Builders. And really, that group, I always relate them to the Bloomsbury group in London, because in Victoria at the time there was Graham Gunn, Daryl Jackson, Ella Stones,
Yes.
Bruce Weatherhead was doing graphics, Merlin Cunliffe was bringing in Marimekos, and the whole group became very friendly and very influential in Melbourne in that time. We were very conscious of the difference in the Australian landscape, and early on nobody really thought very much about it. We worked with timber floors, white walls, best of contemporary art, and then we bought early Keelam rugs, which nobody was using, and early Australian furniture mixed with the very best of European designs, classic designs,
yes.
You know, like the Saarinen furniture. And so that's
Classic
where it
modern.
all sort of started, and that's developed as a very strong philosophy.
Of the countless projects you've done over the years, can you tell me a bit about the ones that have been the most significant to you?
I think the most significant of all would probably be Yulara, the whole of the tourist village, which we did with Philip Cox, and it was a huge project for us. And I think for 5 years we worked on that. And what we realised when we were doing the interiors was that it was very hard to get product suitable to the interior of Australia. You know, firms didn't take into account the colours of Australia, so if you're looking for tiles, they were all European, they were all wrong. So all the fabrics, everything we had to really have made up specially to suit the Australian conditions.
To what extent is commercial reality a driver in the design practice, and at what point does commercial reality versus design outcomes play against each other?
I guess probably one of the most interesting for us was Country Road, where we did 90 stores for them. And when Steve Bennett started Country Road, he was a very fascinating man to work with, because he was very interested in design. I think the reason Country Road was so successful was we had Russell Granger, who was head of design for us then,
yes.
And he was particularly good on detailing and did a wonderful job for Nexus.
What is it about the way in which you've set up Nexus that you think is been fundamental in the way in which you've worked?
Well, I think that we were very lucky originally to be joined, first of all, by Harley Anstey, whose background was with Design 250, bringing in, you know, the best of European furniture, and that would now be, I hate to say it, but about 40 years ago. We've never had a problem, you know, together. It's been an excellent partnership. I just think that I'm very lucky at the age I am to still be here and still be in some way relevant, because the young designers of today are so good at what they do. They're so talented, and the ones we have here, I'm full of admiration for them. I mean, when I think back to when I started, I had no training, no qualifications. I still don't know virtually what a metre is. I've got, you know, I'm hopeless still at those things. And I watch the work that they're doing, and I just feel to be still associated with so many talented young people, and have been for the last 40 years, that that's the thing that makes Nexus the success that hopefully it is.